Hello, this is Adam from Tribulation, and you're watching CMS TV.
It's your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. Brand new Dokken from the Broken Bones release. Due out on Tuesday. And
are we going to get a credit?
You know what? I haven't seen the packaging yet.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be like Jennifer, like I said last week. I'm going to be really mad if we don't.
I'm going to be really mad.
I'm going to be really mad.
I'm betting. Let's take our bets now.
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say yes, but name spelled wrong.
Okay, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Okay, my bet is no.
All right, and my bet is
yes.
Yes, with incorrect spellings.
Okay.
That's the bet.
All right, that's how we're going to call it.
Yep.
All right. Dokken was on Rockline, the national radio show this week.
Sure.
And we're going to talk about that in a minute. But our good friend James Robert, he's worked up a Dokken tune.
You're the only person that calls me that.
James Robert?
I think you told us to call you that at one point.
I was in retirement, and then I forgot about it and did other things in life.
You're
I'm a happy person
for
these
some reason
days.
your mic just went all fuzzy.
My mic?
Yeah.
Hello?
No, it went all fuzzy for some reason.
Fuzzy?
Yeah, like it's distorted.
Is it still distorted?
Yeah, it's distorted.
Maybe I'm really close to it. Maybe that's it. Maybe, I've been around you guys for a while, and I like things poking
I don't know.
me in the mouth.
It went from
I don't know. It's rubbing off on me. I have to leave some.
it went from being very clear on the last break to being distorted now.
I will.
It's
not
like you're.
speak
It's
as
like
loud. See, I've drank more. That's what it is.
no. It's like you're. It's like you turned it up too loud or something. I don't know
Really?
what.
It can go down, but
No, it's your mic. It's not the guitar. It's just the mic itself is like overdriving or something.
ooh, well, we can make that go down. How do you make it go down, Wendell? I don't.
I don't know. You were fine in the last break, and now it's overdriven.
Want to try this mic over here?
Should I?
Try the other mic right there at your
We could go back. Turn it off, but then I can't use my toys. Oh, maybe I.
So this is. What'd you do?
I turned off my mic because he's giving me another mic.
No, talk on this one just for the time being.
Hi.
There you go.
Much better. Can do that.
It's enthralling radio.
Yeah, it is. If you guys could see us now, and we all have pants on, which is really cool. Because if we didn't, it wouldn't be cool.
It just went all fucky.
Is that a word? Fucky? How's that sound?
It's still distorted.
I don't know, man. I can back off. I can go away and be like that. We can turn it down.
I don't know. It's like one of your effects or something just went kind of overdriven or something.
What the fuck?
I don't know what that would be. I didn't touch the vocal.
Yeah, you're like distorted now.
Well, we'll have to come back to it. I don't know, or just you're micing the amp, the PA anyway, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, you're fine now.
Oh, but not through here.
Jesus, what is going on here? Your mic's all fucked up. His face is bleeding. What the hell is going on here?
I got a nosebleed now. I don't know what happened.
Jeez, oh man.
You just got to stop picking your nose.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Don't pick your nose.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to move at this point. You two moved a little bit. You're bleeding. Your shit don't work. I'm sitting still, man.
All of a sudden, I got a nosebleed. It's the worst.
Well, don't take my line. Just mic the PA.
All right, go ahead.
Is that loud? Is that too loud?
No, you're good right now. Go
All
ahead.
right. Well, let's sing a song. You guys want to sing a song with me? No, we don't sing. Yeah, you do. Now you do. I'm scared as hell. I'm on a radio, and I hope there's no webcam. But if there is,
Not tonight. Not
Good.
tonight.
guess it's better. All right, level's good. We're good.
We're good.
All right. So I'm going to use some effects. This is a song for you guys and our mutual friend of all of ours, a good friend. sing with me, fuckers.
Nice.
Worked hard on that just for you, Dan. No, I didn't, actually. I didn't know I was going to be here.
Hey, you. Why are you watching this with commercials? Go commercial-free and unlock exclusive content. Become a VIP today on Locals, Substack, or Rumble Premium. Stop waiting.
You were learning the lyrics 5 minutes ago, dude.
I was, sorry.
Well, I gotta tell you, Jim Bob, I got two trains of thoughts on that.
I don't know if I want to hear them.
And it's not necessarily negative. But there was a Japanese group that did that song in kind of a dance version.
It wasn't the kids, was it?
No, I can't remember the name of the.
It wasn't the Disney kids or whatever.
No, it was some Japanese.
I like that version.
But this was almost like a dance version, but it was also kind of a retro 70s sound
right.
with a wah-wah pedal and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Peter Frampton does Dokken.
Exactly. That's exactly. It was kind of like it was done in the 70s. It was almost like a Terminator type thing, you know, where it was in the 80s, but it went to the 70s and was performed in the 70s before it was actually recorded. You know,
It's going to come out on Dokken Comes Alive.
It was weird.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to do something different with it. I'm not going to sound like George Lynch when I play guitar. I'm not going to sound like Don when I sing, ever. You know, I mean, you know, even when he's 90, I'm not going to sound like Don. We can both be 90 and we're not going to sound like each other. No matter what I do.
But regardless of that version, it was interesting. I dug it. I thought it was cool. But
I'm trying to do something like way different because you have to think most of the audience I'm playing to has never heard that song before.
Right.
Never heard that. They have no idea. But if I can make it danceable, then it's cool, right? You know, it's different.
They'll think it's an original.
I keep telling people that. You know,
it was kind of interesting though.
You know, it's just some different take on it. Like I'm doing a reggae version of a Sabbath song, so you know. Do a modern pop version of a Dokken song. It's not like they wrote that song. I mean, somebody else wrote it.
Well, Nathan from Kentucky in the chat room says, "Welcome to the lounge at the Peoria Holiday Inn."
Yeah, you know, hey, man, I like those corporate gigs like that because even though they 1099 me, I still get a nice check that doesn't bounce.
Right.
So
Right.
I'll play in any Ramada Inn, any Holiday Inn, any, you know. Done the Best Western in LaPorte, Indiana a couple times.
Right.
So.
Nice.
And New Mike Guy says the coffee shop's loss is the CMS gain.
Oh man, I got to be toned down here. I'm like, you know, there's other people that live around here, I'm sure. And, you
Fuck
know,
'em.
I have to go practice in a pole barn or, you know, where nobody's around and it's not going to bother anyone.
Well, I'm
except
gonna
meth manufacturers.
Right.
But,
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. You know, you've been here in the CMS studio and you did the acoustic thing, you know, almost 2 years ago. And obviously, I've been out to a few of your open mic nights.
You were.
You know.
Because sometimes that's the only gig you can get. So.
and the fact that you've added the accompaniment of the, you know,
all the equipment.
Yeah, the equipment and stuff. It's pretty impressive how you work all that into the whole gig, and you almost have like a band without having a band.
That's what I want, because then you don't have to split it with like 3 or 4 other egos, you know.
You don't have to fight with them or anything.
You don't have a bunch of
it's
girlfriends and wives coming out telling you how you knew what you need to do. And I've seen all that, and I've had offers to join bands. And
You
I just
say,
don't
fuck
wanna
you,
do
electronic
it.
components. You're going in the closet. And you don't
right.
get part of the pay.
Unplugged, bitch.
I'm sorry I forgot my little synthesizer, because if I had that, it's a whole different world. I mean, you really hear the dance beats with it. Even a basic song like that. I'm not knocking Don's song. I mean, that's a song that really turned me on to Dokken. I had tooth and nail, but when Under Lock and Key came out, it was like, oh, big time. Now everybody was paying attention to them, and I'm like,
Sure.
yeah, I've been listening to that band for years. Fucker, Bricks in the Chains. It's my band. You know, I'm in 7th grade or whatever, so. You know, they were like my band, and then I was like, oh, so those songs are dear to me. It's just doing it in a different kind of style for a different audience.
I liked it.
Sure.
You know, and it's weird being. I have to admit, this is different than being on a stage with a bunch of girls wiggling their stuff in front of you or whatever. I mean, that's not what it's about. But at the same time, it makes it more fun when you have a crowd that's participating and they're into it, and then you're up there for a couple hours and been singing songs, and with a true vocal warm up, it's hard. I don't know how certain people do it. Sebastian Bach used to listen to Russ Dwarf, Killer Dwarf's albums, and sing along with them to warm up before Skid Row gigs. I know that because he told Russ that, and Russ is kind of happy about that. He doesn't tell many people, but I can tell his story because I'm not him. Well, taller.
well, he's been here though. He
has.
Courtesy of you though.
He came and we hung out in my little town, and we came to visit you here because you can't come here and not visit you.
Well, has he been back here since?
No, not at all.
I chased him away.
What's Russ doing now? He's doing an acoustic thing. He's doing Russ Dwarf solo acoustic, or I think he has is another guy named Glenn, I believe, that plays with him. Sorry if I got that name wrong, but they do those old Dwarf songs all acoustic style, and that's I think isn't there a cruise, like a rock cruise or something with a bunch of wash up?
Actually, Chris got invited to go.
Well, Russ is on one of those next year, so he sent me a thing. I've never been on a cruise, and I don't want to go. I mean, I'm sure Legionnaire's disease is really cool, but
they're fun. Those cruises are fun.
I'm not all about that right now, so I don't know.
Well, regardless of that, though, tell us, I'm sure you may know the story, I don't know. So what became of the Killer Dwarfs? They did a few...
What was that, 2001 to 2003? They were here in my neck of the woods and your neck of the woods too at that time. And then, they had other things. It wasn't ever intended to be a long-term thing. I think there may have been some writing going on that they kind of dabbled in, but... other schedules and stuff. I know what those dudes are doing now. I mean, Daryl Dwarf, the drummer, has his own band he fronts, Automan, and they're doing stuff in Canada. And Mike Dwarf is in the Canadian military. I want to say Air Force, but I might be wrong. But he's they go around and perform. It's a band, basically.
Yeah, right. We had him on the show, and he actually sent me the CD and everything. And
I remember that, and that may have been the last time I was here. Well, he's been doing that for years, and I'm sure it's a good gig. I mean, I don't think the Canadian military's paychecks bounce either. So, I always worried about getting checks that bounce and. Not getting paid when I'm told that I'm going to be paid. And, if it's a thin night or the venue I'm playing at is a bad night, I'm willing to work with them on that too, but I can't. I played in my hometown once, and it was slamming. I counted how many people came out just to see me because they were friends of mine and whatnot. And, there were like 30 people, and the place was packed, and I know they made bank. And then they're like, yeah, we didn't have a good night. We can only give you, X amount. And I'm like, oh, you're kidding me, Some venues are like that. They'll get somebody in there, they play once, they shortchange them, and they never see him again, and they just wait for the next guy looking for a gig. And it's a constant source of, of abuse for local musicians. But
nice.
And see, I'm getting grizzled now. I have road stories and stuff, and
you're jaded.
I'm not jaded yet. I still like doing what I'm doing, but I will tell you what, the area that I live in, well, here, wow, it's really crazy. I mean, they'd rather hear, there are crowds and venues that would rather hear, the same people play the same song the same way over and over again, and clearly you're playing for an audience that either doesn't know a lot about music or they're just
they're
dumb.
No, they're programmed by commercial radio.
They want to hear, Brown Eyed Girl. How many people can play Brown Eyed Girl? And if you do something different with that song, like try to jazz it up or do like a techno version of it, people will lose their minds because it doesn't sound like what they want.
Right.
I mean, you can have somebody different every night in your venue playing the same song, just different person doing it. That's what they want.
Dude, you're not Rock 103, dude.
It scares me. So, there's certain venues that have been a good fit and have been really, really good to me. None of them are anywhere near here or where I live or anything. I go 100 miles sometimes just for a really good gig. They treat me well. People like it.
Right.
I like doing it. But, you know, Russ Dwarf gave me the advice a long time ago when I first started doing it. He's like, you can't be a hero in your own backyard. You can't do it. They couldn't draw in Toronto for the life of them. That band, you know, but they'd go out on tour with Maiden or whatever and you know, just kill it on club tours in the States in the late 80s. And they go back to Toronto, nothing, you know.
Yep.
That's
So
true
true.
for a lot of bands. You know, Black and Blue had that problem in Portland. I know that too. I mean, you know, they play little bars like the ones I do, and then they, you know, they did, you know, and at least in the early 80s, they had a nice LA crowd and got national attention. So, you know, there's some truth to that, I guess.
It seems to work both ways too. I could name a dozen bands that were local heroes
That never
and
made
never
it out
do
of their
dick
town, yeah.
anywhere else. You know, I mean, in Cleveland we had the Michael Stanley band.
Right.
Michael Stanley sell out a 20,000 seat arena in Cleveland. Wouldn't put 300 butts in a club here, which is 5 hours away.
Yeah. I
You know.
don't even know who that is.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's it. That's it. This guy had a 25-year career.
Right.
10 albums, 15 albums. You know, couldn't sell dick outside of Cleveland.
Step back into time and flip into fun at Pinball PA, the ultimate arcade and museum where classic games come alive. Located off Broadhead Road in the Hopewell Shopping Center, Pinball PA invites you to play with 400 pinball machines and video games, from rare gems to your all-time favorites like Pac-Man, Space Invaders, Asteroids, Frogger, and the latest pinball hits. Perfect for families, friends, field trips, birthdays, and gamers of all ages, Pinball PA is open Tuesdays through Sundays with unlimited play for one low price. No quarters needed. Learn more at pinballpa.com.
Chris, you may remember this. We're bringing that Michael Stanley tour.
Yeah.
1982. North Coast tour.
Where,
Michael Stanley.
when he played in the Cleveland Stadium parking lot.
North Coast tour.
Right, yeah, the North Coast tour. Tour of Akron and Cleveland
And Buffalo, New York.
right, stretched out to Youngstown.
The North Coast
The
tour.
North Coast tour. Well, I do. When I used to waste my time counseling local bands, like 10 years ago,
Counseling.
oh, they'd ask me for advice, and I'd tell them, you know, you got to get out there and you got to tour. And they're like, we do, dude. We go to Akron and Cleveland, and then we go to Geneva, and all these places are like within 50 miles. That's not touring. That's hanging around.
Right.
You got to go to Detroit and Chicago and fucking Philadelphia and New York, and you got to go. You got to lose your ass, but you got to go.
Right.
Bands never want to hear that.
Right.
Nope. No.
Nice. Very nice.
I get mad at the people who don't have to leave town and they make bank. You know why? Because they're playing Brown Eyed Girl every night.
Yeah, like
They're
Monkey
the same
Cocktail.
people.
Right.
Monkey Cocktail is having a reunion show
A
tonight.
reunion show. Well, it
A
was
reunion show.
it
The
was
first
a-
show in 7 years tonight.
It was a big demand.
You know,
Yeah, they were selling tickets.
people were clamoring
Tickets are
for
selling
that.
out fast. Get yours now. But,
Right.
I like those guys. I can't slag on them too much, but it is, you know, it helps define the local music scene. You know, it's competitive, and it's really, you know, there's no room for artistry. There's no room for interpretation or trying
Right.
to do something different. You have to conform and play the same thing, you know. And then you can go to Chicago and do your own thing, but you're not going to get paid anything because there's a million people up there who want to have their own music heard and whatnot. So, you know, I'm just navigating these waters till I get a law degree, and then I'm done. Then I'm going to start suing people.
Nice.
Getting
Right.
paid for it.
Then you'll start helping people sue for playing their music in bars.
Yeah. Good. Sue the bars that don't
Right.
pay what they say.
Yeah, where's my royalties, bitch?
Yeah. You're not part of the ASCAP.
Right.
I'd love to work for ASCAP or BMI or one of those, just because I've been on the other side of it, where, you know, venues have, like, when I first started out, sometimes the only gig I could get was just hosting open mics, which means I'm setting up my equipment and letting other people play through it, you know, and then the BMI or ASCAP sends them a nasty letter saying, you can't do this unless you pay your royalty fees, you know, and I was like, oh, that's mean, you know, they can't do that. Well, now I see the other side of it, and the you know, the artists whose work are being performed, and somebody's getting paid for it, and the bar's making money for it, and the artist doesn't get anything without without that. It might be pennies, but it's still, not only
Right.
something, it's kind of acknowledgement that, their work is being utilized down the road.
I never understood how they even tried to figure that out. I mean,
it's some weird algorithms that they won't even divulge how they do that, and what mathematicians and statisticians they have that are figuring this out and try to figure out how often somebody's song is played or might be played, and then it's based on that.
So it's a just total guessing game.
It is.
It's stealing money.
Headbangers, show your allegiance to the Classic Metal Show. Score the latest killer gear and apparel. Find your next metal shirt now at https://classicmetalshow.creator-spring.com. So classicmetalshow.creator-spring.com, that dash being like a minus. Shop and support the show now.